Frank Warren, you've announced today what I think is probably maybe a shock for a lot of British boxing fans, because they certainly wouldn't have thought that after Marco Antonio Barrera, and certainly the second fight after Amir Khan's knockdown, he'll be fighting for a world title. But you said in the press conference you always believed it.
Yeah, I just felt that obviously he could have had another couple of fights before and get more experience before challenging for a world title. But I thought it was a great opportunity for him, and I think he's the type of fighter that needs a challenge. And I think that moving up a weight, because it's unknown territory for him. He's never fought in the light welterweight division. I think that's more of a challenge for him, and I think, hopefully, I'm right about it. I think he's got the tools to cope with it, and fingers crossed, become a world champion.
Now, you obviously always say that fights are about timing, and Barrera, you could have said, had the style for Amir Khan, but Andreas Kultelnik, completely different style, not the sort of style where you think Amir Khan could easily dominate.
No, this is going to be a tough fight. It's totally different styles, as you rightly say. He's never been off his feet. He's got good amateur pedigree. He won a silver medal in the Olympics in 2000. Beaten by the same person who beat Kindlin, who beat Amir in the subsequent games. So, he's been there, he's done it, he's never been off his feet, he fancies the job, he's not phased about coming to the UK, he's fought here on 3 occasions. The fights that he's lost have been split decisions, or very close fights. So, this is a tough call for Amir, but I think it's his moment, and hopefully I'm right.
The style is a tough call for him, but also what about the weight? He's moving up to that 140-pound limit, and he's fighting Kotelnik, who's experienced, a campaigner at that weight. How much, in your experience, how much difference is that sort of weight difference going to make?
Well, it's going to make a lot of difference, but I don't think he's going to come in. He won't come in heavy. I think he'll come in a couple of pounds under. It's not about being heavy for the sake of being heavy. It's about being fit. I'd much rather him be. This fight for him is all going to be about his speed, his hand speed, his footwork. He's just got to really be at the top of his game. And I think coming in around 9-12, it's going to be much more comfortable for him. He's a big lad. He's growing. But as you say, it's a step up for him. But that happens to a lot of fighters. They go up in weights, and he's taken his opportunity, and I hope he's going to, as I say, I hope he's going to come through.
After the Barrera fight, there could have been lots of different directions you went in from a promotional standpoint. What was the sort of direction? How did you end up at a welterweight world title fight?
Well, unfortunately, Amir couldn't challenge for a world title after beating Barrera. Marquez has got a couple of fights lined up. Although Amir was ranked number 1 by the WBO and moved up to number 5 in the BA, it was not to be. So Kotelnik was about to fight one of Golden Boy's guys, and I managed to sort of slip in, as we say in the trade, and pinch the fight off him, which is what I did.
Again, you mentioned in the press conference how you think this whole bill that is on June the 27th, a lot of the young fighters in the Frank Warren stable are going to be on that bill, and you feel like this is the future of British boxing, all these guys, probably 25 and under, and you're really confident, aren't you, that this, and Amir Khan leading the way, is the future for British boxing?
Yeah, I do. As I say, we've got Matt Macklin on there, we've got Matthew Hall, who's defending his Commonwealth title, Matt Macklin to defend his British title. He's going to fight Anthony Small. The Border Control hopefully approved that for the British title as well. That's a cracking little fight. Nathan Cleverley defending his title, or also challenging for the British title. And we've got our Olympians on there. James DeGale is going to be on there. Frankie Gavin's going to be on there, and our young lad Billy Joe Saunders. So it's plus others. So that is going to be the night of all the young British fights, all the young guys coming through, because in all it. Eras are suddenly become over. You're looking at what's around now. Joe Calzaki's retired. Ricky Hatton, I don't think, is going to be around too much longer. It's now all about these new guys coming through. Carl Frock's no chicken. He's 31 years of age. By the way, you can watch his fight on frankwarren.tv Saturday night. We've got the rights for that. You can see it on there. But these are all the youngsters. This is the future, and all sport is about youngsters coming through, the developing youngsters, and. All these are the kids I see for the next 10 years or so being spearheading British boxing.
And just finally, Frank, tell us when are the tickets going on sale, because it's going to be a huge night. You're going to set up, aren't you, for quite a few fans here at the O2?
Yeah, tickets are on. Will go on sale tomorrow, so you have to. You'll give them all the numbers on the site. So tune in and buy your tickets. It'll sell out very quickly. I expect a big crowd here for it. And June 27th, O2, you're going to see, hopefully, see a new champion and all the best young talent in the country.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you, Don.